You're listening to Speaking Stellar Girl with Terry Tkachuk, an interview series that inspires women to live their most stellar life. Terry is the co-founder of the Stellar Girl movement, and she is sitting down with women all over the world to hear about the key moments in their lives and how they live boldly, compassionately, and ultimately became a stellar girl. Welcome to Speaking Stellar Girl. I'm your host, Terry Tkachuk, and I'm thrilled to have Mary Schulman joining me today. Mary is the CEO and co-founder of PYT, yes, Pretty Young Things Beauty, which is on a mission to offer high-performance, clean cosmetics that are sustainably packaged at affordable prices. She has been passionate about eating healthy and living healthy for years. She started her first company, Snickety Snacks, to provide healthy snack options for moms just like her. So looking forward to hearing about your journey, Mary, and welcome to Speaking Stellar Girl.
Thank you so much, Terry, for having me.
So let's talk about Snickety Snacks before PYT, because that was the beginning of your journey into business. Obviously, you were in finance for a while before that, but you sold it in 2015. You were in so many stores and still are. Whole Foods, Target. And so tell me about why you started Snickety Snacks.
So my career has definitely mirrored my oldest daughter's life. And I say this because, as you mentioned, I had a career in finance and was feeling a little bit unfulfilled. And at the time, my oldest daughter was a toddler, and I had grown up eating incredibly healthy, sort of a self-taught nutritionist, health advocate. My mom shopped at places like the Wheat and Meat Retreat and bought us Crazy Circle bread. And so I knew moms like me were looking for healthy snacks that tasted great. And it prompted me to start a journey, which has now become, an entrepreneurial journey to eating and living healthy. Mm-hmm. And Snickety Snacks was for moms like me looking for healthier snacks for their children. And it was just a wonderful start to my journey. And that didn't stop there, because when she was 13, after I had sold Snickety Snacks to Utz Quality Foods, she took a dive into my makeup bag. And it was the first time in my life I turned over the package on makeup to look at the ingredients inside, and quite frankly, was absolutely appalled. Yeah. I didn't want her using those ingredients, and I didn't think my friends or family should either. And that's where PYT Beauty comes from. But my entire career has mirrored her life.
That is fantastic. And how old is she now?
So she's about to be 17. She's now a driver. We've got a lot going on in the family.
I love that. Yeah, I've got 4 kids and 2 of them drive, and it's a little bit of a freedom bell, but also a little bit more of a worrying bell as well when they get behind that wheel. So exactly. So PYT, you have a co-founder. Her name is Amy, and you guys are lifelong friends. And you guys come from different backgrounds. She had Gap and Sephora, and you were in finance, and so you guys got together and just said, okay, we need to there's a void in the market. We need to find something that's exceptionally clean, because people can throw out that word clean. People can throw out vegan, where Oreos can be vegan, right? Because they're not made with animal byproducts. But if you can't even pronounce any of the ingredients on the list, right, of what you're putting into your body. So why did we just go to Walgreens or CVS, grab something? And there's nothing wrong with Walgreens or CVS. They also carry sustainable products that are clean. But, why was it so important to you to just dive right into the ingredient list? Because obviously our skin's our biggest organ, and everything we put on it gets absorbed into it, just like what we eat. So, what are the ingredients exactly that make yours so exceptional at PYT?
Yeah, you really nailed it. Our skin is our biggest organ. So it is important that we watch the ingredients that we're putting on our skin. And we put it on, as women and men, we put on a lot of products every day. And so it is really important that we look at these ingredients closely. We took the approach to say, we wanted to make sure all of the ingredients in our products were perfectly safe. Okay. So that means we ban all the ingredients that were banned in the EU. And then we also follow Credo beauty standards. we believe Credo has done a really good job of putting this stamp of clean beauty on the beauty industry and said, here's where we believe the no-no list is. And we adhere to the Credo Beauty no-no list, plus have added many of our own ingredients to that list as well. Because you mentioned exactly part of the challenge for a consumer. There's no regulatory body that says this is clean. There's nothing that can say, okay, you can be sure that this product is safe. So if we take Credo Beauty and say that they've done a really nice job vetting this list and making sure that we're using safe products, we adhere to that list. We adhere to the standards set by the EU, which is banned over 1,300 ingredients, where the US bans about 10. And then we add our own. So on top of that, obviously you mentioned we are vegan. We are animal cruelty free, Leaping Bunny certified. We don't use any synthetic fragrances. We believe that synthetic fragrances are problematic. And so where a product needs to have a nice scent, we're typically using a natural flavor, which is then food grade, which is then safe. So we take this approach of safety in our products and then layer on what many great groups have done, such as Credo Beauty.
Yes. Yes, they are. They're an exceptional standard for sure. And it's different. We talk about this a lot, in the EU, what they put in their foods, like I can eat bread there. I can eat different things there that, they're crackers. You open them up, they go bad the next day because there's no preservatives. So it's just a very, it's a different standard than here in the US, that's for sure. You're also 47% recyclable plastic. You contain a lot of vitamin E, you're hyperallergenic. And there's not irritants. So you guys that was your mission, and you stay very, very, very true to that. And as I heard you quoted, you never launch anything but the best. And I love that you have your family first and your daughter first to think about that. That's incredible. So let's talk about the amazing names that you and Amy have come up with in regards to like PYT. First, the name is super cute and creative, so we love that. But your best sellers are like One and Done setting spray, grow brow goals. Yes, there it is. See, we can all see it. Baby Got base face primer. Like, I love how that rhymes. It's so cute. Upscale eyeshadow palette, like Swipe Right mascara. I love all these, were those just like you and your friend, Amy, talking about all that? Or did you have like a marketing team and a branding team that helped you out?
So along with Amy and myself, we also have Ashell Richards on our team. And Ashell has a very deep background in beauty and product development. And so these amazing names, I have to give full credit to Ashell for all of these names. Of course, we bantered back and forth collectively, but these are really a byproduct of what she felt could bring an element of fun to clean, sustainable makeup and make sure that we aren't taking ourselves quite so seriously. Our One and Done setting spray is true to its form though. I mean, it's one and done. It's going to set your makeup. It's going to protect you from blue light and any pollutants. So it is the perfect one and done setting spray. So we didn't just make up the names, just to have a fun name, but
of course, it actually, it's true to the product and it actually hydrates your skin.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So, it also protects, but highlights is also super important. So now your beauty can change everything.
Your beauty can change everything. And we also think about that. You mentioned the sustainable aspects of our packaging. So when we started PYT, we were on a mission to provide clean beauty to all those who seek it, which means that we wanted to provide clean beauty that was high performance and at prices that were fair to the consumer. Add on there, and in April, Earth Day this past year, we believed it was incredibly important to have sustainable packaging. So we layered the sustainable packaging, which you talked about, using recycled plastic in all of our packaging, making a curbside recyclable eyeshadow palette, which is really first of its kind, that you can just chuck it in the recycle bin. So all of these things are staying true to the mission of why we started PYT Beauty in the first place, and always building on that and becoming better and better.
I love that. So also let's talk about pricing, because you just quickly, you briefly mentioned that you also offer a student discount to your buyers online. So it's a 25% student discount for all the young college students or high school students that are looking to purchase, and have, having that same mission as you do. They're trying to find something that's affordable, trying to find something that's clean, that they're putting good things on their body, inside their body as well. So how did you come up with like this? Like, I think that's so clever. Stellar Girl, we champion women's causes, a multitude of them, but mostly education. But I love that you have a student discount. So that's cool.
Yeah, we partnered with a group called Student Beans to offer the student discount.
Okay.
And it's a simple registration through Student Beans. And actually, PYT Beauty isn't the only one. There's lots of great companies that are offering discounts through Student Beans. And we just love that. And again, staying true to who we are, our products are sold in Target. Our products are sold in Ulta. They're very accessible, but we wanted to do even more for the students of the world.
Well, I love that. I love that. So all students can get this, and they just have to register. It's a simple process online. I just wanted to make it clear for this, for the young women listening.
With Student Beans, and then they have the ability to get discounts on lots of products, not just PYT Beauty.
Okay, that's and 25% is a good chunk.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's amazing. That's incredible. So let's talk about the challenges that that you offer such high quality products, at affordable prices. Like, did you have to take a margin cut? Did you have to go, okay, well, maybe we're only going to net this amount because it's going to cost us so much more to make it sustainable. I would love to hear about the challenges that you and Amy and your team has faced through that.
Yeah, Amy and I decided right from the get-go that historically the beauty industry does have some pretty robust margins baked into it. And although that's great, and we believe very strongly in a company making a profit, we saw opportunity to lower our margins and offer great, clean, high performance, sustainable products to everyone who seeks it, not just the elite. And by doing this, ultimately, we think that more people are going to be able to use clean products. And we really wanted to do something good for the world, which plays right into our pricing, as well as our sustainable packaging and clean makeup.
That's awesome. And so let's, what is sustainable rock stars? Like, tell me a little bit more about that, because I was reading about that in your bio and some of your history.
So this has been a lot of fun.
That's good, because we love Stellar Girls, have fun all the time.
Yeah, we launched a series, Instagram Live.
Okay.
We do one about every other week where we're inviting another sustainable rock star, and I'll define that here in a second.
Yes, please do.
Onto our Instagram Live to talk for 15 minutes about how they are a sustainable rock star. So a sustainable rock star is somebody that has founded or is running a company that has a sustainable mission to the brand that they've started. And that could be anything from a Brightly, who recently was on the show, where they're presenting opportunities to consumers to make trades from sort of conventional decision-making to sustainable decision-making, to maybe another brand that could not necessarily in the beauty industry.
Right.
I just interviewed somebody from a shirt story where she's going into thrift shops and buying men's shirts and making them anew again. So really just looking across the entire consumer platform to bring in like-minded companies, founders, brands that are doing things on this path to sustainability, because we all know it can't just be one group. It can't just be one person. This has to be a collective effort.
100%. I sit on the board of the School of the Design at the Art Institute in Chicago, and the students there are very, very conscious about the environment and sustainable products and fashion. And, because that is one thing that it's, there's a lot of fast fashion out there. There's a lot of, but they actually make these garments and at least over 50% of them every single year, that is their one mission, is to recycle materials, not buy new, at the fabric stores all the time, but actually find, and that is also one of their, projects throughout the year, is to create a sustainable outfit. People have come up with the most unique pieces of art using metallic cans, or reusing plastic bottles, and they're making them into garments. And it's just so incredible to see all these young up and coming students just, they're really being conscious and living out that lifestyle.
Absolutely. I mean, it's funny. I have three young children, and my youngest will still dress up for Halloween.
Yes.
And he even said to me, I don't want to go buy a brand new Halloween costume. We have
Okay.
things around the house that we can
Yes.
make a Halloween costume from. It's making those small decisions. If
Every
we
day.
all make those small decisions each and every day, it will
Mhm.
make an impact.
Yes, absolutely. So, I hear you're in the process of rebranding PYT.
Well, we did
Just
rebrand
did. You
PYT
just did.
with the launch of our sustainable
With-
packaging in April. Yes.
Okay. With that relaunch and with the rebrand, what made you pivot to really think about that?
So, as I mentioned on our mission, we really decided that in order to be true to the word clean and what clean meant, we wanted to have sustainable packaging. And in looking across our entire portfolio of products and the components and so forth, we really had to rethink the components holistically.
Okay.
And so it really did make sense to do a complete rebranding, despite the fact that we're just 3 years old and are doing
Yes.
incredibly well.
Yes.
So, many might think, well, what are you doing? You're so successful. Why rebrand right now? But we had to be true to ourselves on
Mhm.
sustainability. And one of the things we also are doing is we are sold in Target because we
Yes.
want to make sure that we're accessible to all. And if you think about Target, there
Okay.
aren't testers. So
Okay.
there's no way to see the product inside unless you have a clear lid. So we also made a move
Okay.
to clear lids on our products so that you could see the shade inside, because how are you going to choose a shade of a lipstick if you can't see what the shade is?
Yes. The no
So this
samples.
whole process of partnering with Target and launching on Earth Day in Target, and then also followed by Ulta and Credo and Macy's and Grove Collaborative, this is what made perfect sense to rebrand the packaging to make sure that not only are we sustainable, but we're clearly communicating to the consumer the product that's inside.
And that is why you are so successful, because you have stayed true to that mission. And I absolutely love that. So we at Stellar Girl like to have fun. We like to champion each other. We like to support and inspire other women. And you've got a lot of women in your life. You've mentioned obviously Amy, Ashelle, that on your team. So how can we better do that?
I think and I see it happening. So
Okay.
I feel like I'm kind of adding to what's already happening out there right now, supporting each other in a meaningful way.
Mhm.
Getting an email, potentially even from a competitor, that says, hey, how did you do the sustainable packaging? And being open-minded enough to say, that's okay, I'm going to share because it's for
Yes.
the greater good. And
Yes.
I'm seeing this. So I don't want to act like I'm coming up with a new idea, because I
No.
see it already. I see the
Okay.
collaboration, particularly amongst women. But we really need to continue to share in what we're learning in business, in ESG, in everything that we're doing to make ourselves and our planet and
Mhm.
each other better.
Better place. So let's end with this last fun question, because I love to ask all of my guests this, because we talk about, you were saying that, your names of your products are fun. They're cool, they're fun. They're not just good for you, but it's good to have fun with makeup, right? It's good to have so we love to do that. Some people have fun with fashion, some people have fun with home decor, or whatever brings them joy. So what brings Mary joy?
It's funny, you were asking me this earlier, and I'm like, gosh, I can't be too serious about what brings me joy.
You can say
But
whatever you'd like.
it is kind of interesting. I have learned as of late that what brings me real joy is being in the moment
Okay.
and trying really hard to focus on what we're doing at this very second, as opposed to dwelling on what we did yesterday or
Yeah.
what we're going to do tomorrow, and really just enjoying the journey that we're on right now. I've been working while even you and I have been talking to really be present here in what we're talking about, because this is really a lot of fun. And
Yeah.
if we don't think about it right now and be here right now, 5 minutes from now, we might say, oh, that was a lot of fun, but do we actually have fun while we were doing it? And so I'm really practicing this, being present and enjoying the present moment that we're living in.
I love that answer. Haven't heard that yet. So I absolutely love that.
It feels a little serious at the same time, but I think it's really important.
It is very important. We get caught up on our phones. We get, we're traveling to a new place and everyone's, looking down and clicking, or you're driving in a new, some new scenery and all the kids are on the phones in the back, or we're worrying about what we're posting next, or it is to be enjoying that moment and enjoying, exactly what you're doing right now, because you can't worry about yesterday. You can't, of course we can plan out our calendars, and we all have to do that as business owners. We have to think about what's going to happen next. But it's you're living for right now, and, having a good time right now. So I really appreciated that. I had fun talking with you today, Mary. I really loved your story, and I cannot wait to share it with all of our listeners at Stellar Girl. And thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you, Terry. I really enjoyed being here.
Thanks for tuning in to today's episode. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit that bell icon to be notified of new episodes. To learn more about the Stellar Girl movement, please visit us at stellargirl.com.